have the live counter ticking up, which means we should now be live. Welcome back, everybody, to the Storytime Network. And we're here with Hollow Knights, and me dying. A lot. Yay!
Half the pain. Half the pain time, baby.
Is that what the kids are calling him these days?
Yeah, sure. You're funny. You'll know why it's called that when, yep, I had to go to the bench, because of course I did.
I think it was less that and more that, you explored the first part of the Path of Pain right at the end of the stream and then died.
Like that.
Well,
yes.
that's a good start.
Look, okay? Death builds character.
Ow.
Wow.
Yeah, this is specifically not designed for you to go down. It's very sexist like that.
Then why are you trying to go down here?
Because this is the way to Path of Pain.
Oh, it's one of those. Yes, I too have played Castlevania. Speaking of Castlevania, have y'all actually played any Castlevania games?
Nope, closest I've come is watching the not anime.
It's an anime. It's fine. We can call it what it is. But no, the reason I ask is because were there any times when you were a kid where whether it was a game or some form of media property, you became enamored with it as a child?
Ow.
And then realized in hindsight that you liked the idea of it more than you actually enjoyed the thing, and if you had been exposed to it in the modern day, you would hate it?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Am I allowed to say Harry Potter?
Yeah.
I feel like that's just low-hanging fruit at this point. I mean, though, I will say...
Nope.
Harry Potter is probably why I like Academy-based Korean web novels so much. 'Cause I'm like, I really like the idea of magic school.
Ow.
The problem is that no one properly executes the idea of magic school. Not even Harry Potter did it right. Which is not surprising in hindsight, but, like, at the time, that was all we had.
No, we also had Le Guin, Earthsea, I believe.
I was gonna say, it's not all we had. It's all we had that was popular.
So, when you're uncultured, i.e. a child, and your parents are also not big readers a lot of the time, you get the popular stuff and you don't really have any other options.
Fair.
Because, like, I knew I liked the idea of fantasy, but I had no idea where to look for it or what it actually was. And my parents would just basically, like, get me the thing that the kids were all hyped up about.
Makes sense.
But yes, obviously Le Guin was there, but I was not cultured enough to read Le Guin at a formative age.
You know what? That's fair. Honestly,
I read
really...
Discworld at a formative age. At least got that going for me.
Oh yeah, for sure. Damn it.
Because but yeah, other than Harry Potter, you got anything like that?
Well, I bounced off Harry Potter really early. Like, I tried reading Philosopher's Stone, and I just bounced off of it, so I dodged that bullet.
That you're willing to use the proper English name.
Right. I should take it, No! Fuck! Distracted me. I almost had that, damn it!
It's funny.
Look. I'm not gonna stoop to JK's level and dead name anything if I can help it. except for Twitter. I always dead name Twitter.
This I feel is one of those tolerance paradox like situations. It's okay to dead name Twitter. I'm a firm believer in the idea of acceptable targets.
Nope. I think I know what I gotta do differently to get up there.
I hope you realize I will die laughing if you spend more than 20 minutes here on this first bit.
This is like, do you want to try this?
No, I don't.
But
That's
yeah.
not the point.
So to like sort of elaborate on what I meant by that. My first Castlevania game was Castlevania Circle of the Moon on Game Boy Advance on an emulator.
Damn.
Oof.
I figured out how to get past, by the way, so there's that.
And so, like, the reason I say, I would not appreciate it as much now is because Castlevania Circle of the Moon is not a bad game. But it is a game from the early 2000s. And I think most egregiously, it does not control well. It's really clunky and unresponsive, and there's like the animation is very, very rigid and fixed in the sense that, oh, you press the attack button? Well, you're gonna have to wait for the entire attack animation to play before you can do literally anything else. The problem is that it often puts you in situations where you have to dodge or move out of the way faster than was physically possible with the animations.
I hate how fucking finicky this is.
You say that, Jack, but Hollow Knight has design.
Yeah, but this is still annoying as fuck.
Yes, okay, but like, imagine doing this, but there's like half a second of input delay on every action.
Ow. Yeah, that would be
Right.
annoying.
Yeah, so that was my experience. You know how bad it was? I, as a child, spent literally weeks stuck on like the third screen of the game.
Wow.
Jesus.
And the reason is that there was an enemy that was so difficult for me to deal with that I thought it was a boss. It was not a boss. It was just a regular-ass mob.
Jeez.
Basically, this is how it worked. It was like a gargoyle thing. First of all, it flies, and as I said, you have to be very... The controls were so unresponsive that if you press the jump button and then the attack button, there was a genuine chance you might actually land on the ground before the attack input goes through. And what was most annoying is that he attacked by sending a bunch of earth pillars out of the ground. Now, you may be saying, just jump, forehead. It's easy. Problem is that at that stage of the game, you had no double jump, you had no run, and to clear the earth pillars required you to time it such that it would pass under you at the very apex of the jump. Like, anything even a pixel lower than the very apex of the jump, the earth pillar would still hit you.
Ugh.
And the problem with getting a pixel perfect jump is that you would have to, like, you would never get the input to match the timing. I have a great deal of... I have feelings on this, as I'm sure is noticeable.
What?
Yeah.
No, couldn't tell.
But yeah, that's why I'm kind of just like... In the modern era, I would not persist as I did. I would just drop it like it's hot. But
Like you do with a lot of Chinese web novels?
No, a lot of the Chinese web novels are too mediocre to be worth dropping.
So you just keep up with them in perpetuity?
No, I don't keep up with any of the ones that are, like, not good.
I need to take a break. My hands are starting to get sore already.
It's going well.
My.
You did walk right into that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, speaking of... See, I was gonna say speaking of sore hands, but I didn't have a follow-up.
It is an interesting choice of, segues.
Look, okay, you know I usually could have improvised something degenerate off of that, but I'm like...
I appreciate that you did.
Mm-hmm.
I take that as a personal failing, that I didn't.
It is what it is.
I appreciate the appreciation, but also I should get good.
Skill issue, right?
Quite. I can't believe we live in a world where...
Ah! God damn it!
Y'all.
Those fucking thorns!
We've lived... There has been a neologism that was born and then died while were alive.
Which one?
Get good. It's been basically entirely replaced by skill issue.
I mean, both of them work just fine for what they are.
No, but my point is we're old.
Oh, 100%.
Yes, we are.
Ah! God
I'm
damn
trying
it!
my... I should... State for the record, I am trying my hardest not to take us in a horrifically morbid or existential direction.
Appreciated. Oh, Fuzzy, you want to talk about that thing I posted, like, 20 minutes ago?
Okay. Like, I don't even know what to say to that. It's just like, yes, I get it. My brain is bad. But it's...
Ah, God damn it.
Like, because, like, when you're reading, you're just reading. But, like, when you're watching a thing, you don't just... Not everything... Okay, I have a way of... So, let me state for the stream. So, Jack found a Tumblr post that states, "Found myself wanting to say that consuming text is easy and passive, unlike video, which requires active effort to watch, and then realized this is the opposite of what basically every other human being would say." I do have an explanation for this.
Oh, please do share. I'm happy to learn. As I die again.
The words are all on the screen when you're reading.
Mm-hmm. You can jump around on the page if you need to. Go
No.
back.
That's not it. It's that the words are the only thing on the screen.
Ah.
I think this may be a subset of the ADHD issue, because with a video, especially to use an example, Amazing Digital Circus.
Yes.
There's so many little details and things in the background that is happening, and you have to keep your eye out for those. You have to listen to the characters speaking. You have to see how their bodies are moving. You have like the body language. Like, I'm autistic. I can't even do that in real life when it's a single person. How the hell am I supposed to keep up with a wacky cast of colorful characters?
By not beefing the timing like I am constantly here.
Let's not get crazy here now. We should be realistic. But no, but yeah, I think that's the issue, is that when I'm reading, all that matters is the words, and my imagination can fill in the rest. But when I'm watching something,
Her
there's
designed this
so
area
many...
as a psychopath, by the way.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. That's what makes it funny.
Yeah, when I'm watching something, I have to actually, like... Okay, I'm not gonna say I have to think about it, because that's not what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
I have to engage many more parts of my brain. Because when I'm reading, it's just my cognition that's engaged. But when I'm watching something, it's my cognition, it's my, like, visualization of body language, it's my auditory processing. It's too much. It's sensory overload, essentially.
I get it. I think.
Mill, Bob?
Damn it.
I've been trying to think it through in my head while you've been talking, Fuzzy, and it's one of those things of I agree with you with the text thing of it's just words on the page, which is potentially something to do with the way we certainly I know I am just unable to actually visualize stuff in my mind.
Yeah, visualization is fucking hard.
Oh, can you not rotate an apple inside your head?
No.
No.
Not at all.
Oh, kind
Is
of.
aphantasia really that common?
So, rotating an apple in your head is really basic. Like, imagining shit from scratch when you have no real visual reference to it is something else entirely.
No, I don't even have that. Like, it just does. It's just to put myself at your mercy. There's nothing going on in my mind.
How long have I been doing this?
I understand where y'all are coming from. I guess it's just one of those things where, because I don't have the experience, I can't really
17 minutes, Jack.
If I'm not past this first area on the next few tries, I'm just giving up on the Path of Pain for now. Because this is legitimately insanity.
Give me at least until 21 minutes.
Yeah.
4 minutes of this. You can do it. I believe in you. So at that point, I'm not having to really stop and visualize anything, and it is a problem because I'll get to points, and because I haven't actually visualized it, it's very much a case of like,
Fuck.
Oh, you were close there.
I was.
So for like, what's a good example of this? Maybe a bit of a weird example, but like troop movements. I actually have to sort of stop and actually try and think about sort of the ordering of what happens to actually imagine where things go, and the process of events. But again, there's no image in my head of this stuff happening.
I see. Okay, I do think I understand, and I think I understand where we're differing in this as well. Because I often don't really have a clear image. It's not that I cannot. I do have the ability to rotate an apple in my mind. But
Why is that the example, by the way? Out of curiosity.
I think that's just the standard aphantasia test, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's just a simple thing that, everybody's come across an apple. So, they should be able to think of an apple and, rotate it. Imagine it being rotated, sort of thing.
Yeah, and that's not really how.
That was cool. Good. Go. Yeah.
No!
Oh no.
Damn it!
No.
Okay, I'm done. That was the best I got. I'm done. I'm done with this. I'll try again at some other point, but that is maddening.
Just to check, do you need to do the Path of Pain to complete the game?
Oh, absolutely fucking not.
Okay.
So, but yeah, to me, it exists sort of like it exists as an otter.
An abstract concept. Gotcha.
Yes, exactly. You know what you're picking up what I'm putting down.
We know what you're talking about now. It's been 7 years. We know what an abstract concept
Oh
and an otter
God,
is now.
it's been 7 years.
Time,
7
right?
years. We've been friends for now 8 years.
Yep.
Oh God, it was that. Oh my.
2018.
Time fucking flies, doesn't it?
2018 was 8 years ago.
Yeah, it was.
I think it's time to put me out to pasture, Chief.
Anyway, so I get what you mean in terms of the reading thing. The video thing I think is a little bit different because I think it's a very very much a case of it depends how much you're actually taking on. Because there are videos that I can just put in the background and they will go in one ear. They might stick in there, they might not, but
Yes, no.
There's no actual effort being taken to watch that. But when I'm actually, wanting to take something in, that takes effort.
So I should note then, I was explicitly not talking about the second monitor content.
Right.
I was talking about like a movie or a television show or something like that.
Okay, yeah, that does take effort to watch.
Because believe me, I know. I watch a middle-aged bald man yap for like hours on end. I'm aware of what I am.
You're talking about Northern Line?
Yes.
I mean, there's a reason why my schedule for watching anime is so fucked.
ADHD?
Yeah.
But
lots of procrastination. I probably don't help myself with the amount of notes I take.
That definitely doesn't help.
yeah, I think another major issue is that because the note-taking thing is actually understandable given that you're doing it for an actual show. Another issue I think for me is that it's a time thing, and this I have talked about before, where I tend to not have a lot of functional time in the day. Now, in terms of like quote-unquote free time, I probably and I say this from a place of regret, I probably have a lot more than both of you guys probably put together. However, most of that is spent lying down and waiting for death. So, in terms of the amount of time that I'm actually active and doing things, it's not a lot. And so I can read so much more than I can watch in equivalent amounts of time.
I mean, that's the other thing, isn't it? For us who are, strong readers, reading something is just so much quicker
Exactly.
than watching it. I can get through. I can almost certainly get through, let's say a course worth of anime content in the manga in a far shorter time than the actual anime core.
Yep, and that's exactly the issue, is that because so much time goes into like watching something versus reading it, I tend to prioritize volume over well, it's not even that I'm a quantity over quality person. I would prefer it to be
Real quick,
qualitatively
do y'all
better.
want to watch me take on one of the hardest bosses in the game?
Is that going to help your frustration after the Path of Pain?
No, but it's demonstrative, so let's do it.
And if he gets mad, it's funny.
Sure. This fucker does 2 masks of damage, by the way. Per hit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're.
Have you considered, Jack? Have you considered just not getting hit?
Easier fucking said than done.
Sounds like a skill issue to me.
But yeah, Fuzzy, the fact that the stuff you read is sort of your own fault.
Well, okay. If I'm gonna be blunt with you, I've kind of run out of the good stuff.
Yeah, that's fair.
I read quickly enough and voluminously enough that I don't have a lot left to read. Guys, I'm like I've read the Sanderson, I've read the Le Guin, I've read like the sort of agreed upon good stuff already. What else? My option is now to either wait 4 years for the next good book to come out, or read whatever garbage I can get my hands on. But the bonus of that is that there are genuinely gems that I find.
What like actual like big name book series have you not read that are good?
I genuinely cannot think of one off the top of my head.
Have you read Game of Thrones?
No, but we have different definitions of what a good book series is in that specific case.
I'm pretty sure both Bill and I would agree that it's a pretty good series, even if it has issues.
I don't read Grimdark.
Yeah,
I'm allowed to have genre preferences.
Okay, that's
it's
fair.
It's good, but Fuzzy would hate it.
Yes, I've read all of the good things that do not make me want to die.
Fair enough.
Like after 8 years of friendship, I know what Fuzzy's tastes are like. Fuzzy would hate fucking A Song of Ice and Fire.
Yeah, after thinking about it, you're right.
Oh, believe me, I'm aware. Would not touch it with a 10-foot pole. I mean, I've watched bits of the show. And basically I was like, nope, I'm done. I'm good.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Understandable, TBH.
So, yeah, I'm kind of just in a position where I love reading.
Hmm.
However, there isn't enough for me to read if I keep my bar as high as I want it to be.
Hmm.
Which is completely fair.
Like,
Your
but
only
again, I
options
will.
are to either sit and suffer or lower the bar, basically, is what I'm getting.
To some extent, there are definitely places where I feel that I don't really need to lower the bar, but like for the most part, that is the prevailing issue. Yeah, because let me give an example. I do want to keep my standards high for in terms of like specific tropes,
Mm.
right? I don't want to lower the bar on very specific things because at that point I'm not reading for enjoyment anymore. I'm reading because I have to. Right? That at that point the reading is controlling me. But
Mm-hmm.
there are definitely places where I will lower the bar, and as I've said, there have genuinely been hidden gems that I would never have found if I had actually been like that
Picky.
selective. Yes. I was trying to use a fancier word, but why use big word when small word do trick?
If only fucking academics learnt that lesson.
Do you want listen, do you want me to get back on the do you want me to start again on the the
Soapbox is
literary
fun to
fiction
stand
rant?
on. Honestly, go off, dude. Go off on literary fiction. I want to hear this.
I have a take that is both wild and yet I believe it with my entire heart. You know how in literary fiction people are always like, yes, but clearly this is better because there's like more there's more there, right? My wild ass take is that I think literary fiction, in terms of studying and deriving meaning, is easy mode.
Honestly, unless you're in the right mind space for it, I think literary fiction is just kind of boring.
Okay, no. What I mean by this is that the basic like idea of literary fiction is that, oh, look, it's got all this like depth and layers and richness, and I'm like,
You can
that is
find that in
true.
genre fiction too. Like,
No. Let me finish. Yeah, there's depths and layers and like meaning there because it's written in there. You don't have to look for it. It's all right there already. Whereas with literary fiction, whereas with genre fiction, you have to actually think about it to derive the meaning.
mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, like it's like the idea is that there are layers to literary fiction where you have a variety of different whatchamacallit, you have like multiple layers and it's like not all on the surface level. But the fact of the matter is, it is still all there. It was all designed with that in mind.
So what I'm getting
That's
is.
not the case.
Oh, sorry. Keep going.
That's not the case with genre fiction. With genre fiction, there is meaning, but you have to actually think about it and find it because it's not on the page, not even as subtext. that's why I think it's like easy mode, because like it's like literary fiction is almost like paint by numbers in terms of finding the layers and meaning, because the layers and meaning are designed to be there from the beginning. You're not
So what you're saying?
flying your own okay, yes, sorry, go on.
So what you're saying is that literary fiction is a lot more basic than people make it out to be.
Exactly. Because it is. Mel, what are your thoughts as a person who has had to suffer through creative writing in academia?
I didn't realize there was a difference between literary and genre. I have literally just had to Google literary fiction because I was sat here just like, okay, I'm not quite sure what Fuzzy is getting at here. I'm just looking at this and just going, this just seems like some fucking asshole just went, oh no, this stuff that's considered genre fiction is not real fucking writing. You know, it's
That's what it is.
And guess
it's
what?
got a genre instead of just being about people. It's just like, no, shut the fuck up, dude.
The
Yes,
whole
okay.
distinction
Shut
between literary
shut
fiction and
the
genre
fuck
fiction
up.
is snobbery.
Yeah.
Yes, that is all it is. And the problem is that the snobs are in the room with us, and by room I mean they are the people in charge.
Fuzzy, you'll like this Eldritch bullshit that's going on right now. Look at all the corpses I'm surrounded by.
Seems like a regular Tuesday afternoon to me.
But it's assholes like this that make it so that something like English lit covers fucking stupid old books instead of subs. What I was very frustrated that we had to cover books that just didn't feel interesting at all. Like the one that always comes to mind for me is we did a book called Coram Boy. That I just did not enjoy. Just didn't enjoy, and we spent like an entire fucking term on it. And I'm just sat there just like, we're doing this instead of, something like Lord of the Rings?
Honestly, The Hobbit would be a perfectly good book to study, but no.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I actually so I shared a Reddit thread that is exactly as infuriating as you might assume it would be.
Oh, let me say my bit real
You'll
quick
go, yeah,
first.
go.
Because there's one piece of literary fiction that I had to read in class in high school that was really, really boring, called Housekeeping. And so my teacher had put it in the curriculum as kind of like a feminine counterpoint to One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and I don't think it works that well. Because, like, for one thing, it just wasn't particularly, like, engaging with the... I couldn't really catch the themes on it, or I don't remember the themes on it, but it wasn't, just didn't have, like, the, character oomph that Cuckoo's Nest did, you know? Didn't have, it was just very mundane and very, what's the word for it?
Bland.
Bland, that's it, thank you.
Beige.
Yeah, bland is the general thing, yeah. So
can I just because I'm on the Wikipedia page for literary fiction. And first things first, there is a James Gunn quoted who is not, the James Gunn you would think of.
oh my god, I thought that was that James Gunn when I was reading the Wikipedia page.
No, different James Gunn. Different James Gunn.
Okay, that's but like
Because I was like, is he really quoted on this page?
Do you know
That's
what's
fucking
funny,
wild.
though?
Oh no.
do you know what's funny though?
That's hilarious.
The quotes on the page I could imagine James Gunn saying.
Yeah, but yeah, it was very funny. It was like, okay, I have to check to make it okay. It's not, film director James Gunn. But the other thing is, the very first line in the definition section is, literary fiction may involve a concern with social commentary, political criticism, or reflection on the human condition.
You can't find a fucking fantasy or science fiction or horror or any
Yeah!
other genre.
Like... What the fuck is Frankenstein, then?
What the fuck is Dracula, then?
Like... That's just good fiction!
Again,
Come
literary
on.
fiction is made entirely because of fucking snobbery.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of pretending that it isn't.
No, it
Well-
absolutely is.
Yeah, to like really hit it home, the person who made the thread was obviously I don't. So here's the thing: there's a very good chance that that thread that I found on Reddit was rage bait. I would not be surprised if it was.
When did you
It's like-
post it again? Because I don't recall. Oh, it was like
It was a few.
few weeks ago,
It was
right?
in, yeah, it was a.
Reading and writing, it was about 9 days ago.
Okay.
But yeah, there was one reply that perfectly encapsulated this. You are. This was someone replying to the OP of that, the snobby OP of the post. You are the type of person who would have called Cervantes vulgar and Shakespeare crass if you were their contemporary.
No cost to grades. Fucking
And-
great line. Sorry.
But yeah, like you get what I'm saying, right? Like
Uh-huh.
that's the kind of people that like make such a big deal out of literary fiction versus non-fiction versus the non-literary fiction. And what the saddest part though was that there was no shortage of people in the thread who said, yeah, I studied it in academia and it was a hellscape trying to be a fantasy writer in academia. That just made me sad. It's like,
Yeah.
why are we like this?
Because people
Yeah.
like to feel important and people like to feel smart.
Can I use that as an excuse for why I did so badly in English Lit then?
Yes, actually, that's the whole point.
Cool, awesome. That's why I got a D. Fuck you.
See, a lot of my English lit essays wound up being, like, comprised roughly 50% of bullshit that was just extrapolated from what I was, it was basically just saying it a different way from what I'd already said in some of my essays. I still got decent grades on them. You need to have a degree of bullshitting skills.
I mean,
which you
that's-
have to
that's-
develop.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing. All of my... Before university, like, I would say 99% of
Holy shit.
how I was examined were exams rather than, essays.
They really do
and
not
I-
teach you how to succeed in university and high school.
You have no idea how genuinely furious I was because I did fine at GCSE. Like, my lowest grades were in
You are the
the
best.
Englishes, which I just didn't enjoy. Partly because of what we were doing, partly because I don't think the teacher we had for it was very good, if I'm brutally honest.
Yeah.
He was not great at keeping control of the classroom. But, I did pretty well. I got a pretty high percentage of A's and B's compared to C's. But then I got to A levels, which in the UK is 16 to 18. And it's basically meant as this sort of transition period from high school to university, right? And quite frankly, I did shit. I think my overall grades in the end was CCD, C in history, D in maths and business and economics. And, you know, to be brutally honest, I felt like shit. Like, I felt like after I'd done, you know, pretty well in GCSE, I'd failed A levels. And then I got to university. You know, I took a gap year, got to university, and overall, you know, I did fucking well. I think I got something like a mid to high 2-1 in first year, a high 2-1 in second year, and then a first and third year. Which is first being, you know, the highest grade you can get, basically. And every time that I would get, and, you know, point was I was doing history. The vast majority of the assessments were essays. You know, we still had exams, but comparatively, you know, instead of getting, you know, an hour and a half or 2 hours to do an exam in university, we got 3 hours. And so I actually was able to fucking, you know, get my time management right for them. But, you know, I vividly remember messaging a friend of mine going, I want to fucking, you know, destroy whoever came up with A levels, because I got a 76% on an essay, which may not seem impressive, but in the UK, it's very rare that you actually get sort of 80 or 90% on an essay. Certainly in history, anyway. Certainly in my fucking university. I don't know, but certainly.
No. It's the case in Canada as well.
Okay, but 70% is the limit for a first, basically. So if you get over 70%, you've got a first. I got 76%, which is, you know, higher than the vast majority of other grades I'd have gotten at university. And I'm just sat there, just like, I spent so long thinking that I was shit because of these fucks.
Mm-hmm.
And here I am getting a fucking 76%, and the you know, the marker going, actually, this is really fucking good. I really liked it. I really enjoyed reading it. I think this was the essay where, what did I say? Because it was, the module was International Crisis 1919 to 1939 or something like that.
Oh, geez.
So, you know, basically covering the interwar years.
Like reading, of course.
I mean, yeah. I mean, look, this was a module I really enjoyed because it was done by my favorite lecturer, who is
That
also
does
the
help
guy,
a lot.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
who is also the guy whose podcast I'm currently listening to and really enjoying.
And also actively shilling, which, honestly, I respect that.
Cold History's Devils. I will shill it because I want him to continue. Cause he's
Dude,
a really, like,
I'm
really
not
enjoy
shaming you
listening
for
to
it.
him.
I'm just saying. Like, I
Yeah,
respect
no,
it, honestly.
I'll continue to shill it as much as I can, because I really want him to continue doing it. But yeah, it was something like, I wish. The really sad thing is, I've lost some of my essays from university because the computer that I had them on died, and I couldn't like save the hard drive. And obviously, you know, but by the time that happened, I no longer had access to my fucking university account, so I couldn't just download it off of there. I've got the vast majority of them, but that is the one that I'm like, man, I'm really fucking annoyed that I don't have that anymore.
That's rough.
Because that was the 76%er, like really fucking good. But yeah, I took a shot of France for something. I'm pretty sure it was something to do with like appeasement in the late 30s.
Oh god, yeah,
and
that dumb bullshit.
British person taking a shot at France?
Yeah, and I took a shot at France, and like my lecturer actually said, like, put a note next to it going, "Ha, good one." I just felt so proud there. Just like, yeah, I did really good there.
France and England have one of those legendary beefs that's
Yeah.
just kind of like... There are some that exceed that beef, but it is definitely up there. Top 10 international beef of all time, for sure.
It's one of those things where I probably will defend France if somebody else went for France. But, you know, I'm still going to take shots because, yeah, that's just the thing to do now.
Look,
After
France only really surrendered once in warfare, or in recent memory, besides, you know, the whole Napoleon thing. And that was, you know, with the Blitzkrieg and all that. France has a really good war track record, actually. But because they surrendered to the Nazis, they will never live it down.
Yeah, I mean, it's... The story of that is honestly kind of incredible because, you know, the French did not sort of sit on their asses between the war.
They had la resistance.
No, I mean between the wars, not during the war. Between the wars. They constructed the Maginot Line between them and Germany, basically.
Right.
Except
I know
for
about the Maginot... Oh, y'all are gonna love this.
Yeah, except for in one place where they were like, the Germans can't attack us there. It'll take them too long. We'll be prepared for it if they come through there. And then the Germans blitzkrieg through there.
Yeah, no, that blunder is very famous.
You know what's funny, though? I only learned about the Maginot Line from a Chinese web novel.
Wow, okay.
That's hilarious.
That is pretty great.
So, yeah, I didn't know that was a thing until I read a Chinese web novel that featured a person there. But, yeah,
I'm not sure what point we left.
No, I do.
I started my rant.
I do more or less remember, actually. Is the problem is that academia has never been known for being reasonable.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say something regarding the whole something that you were talking about, Mill. So I remember taking this one class in college where it was a case of, oh yeah, this is a very difficult class and I am doing horribly. It was one of only 2 classes I ever withdrew from in college. And I withdrew from it because I was doing just god-awful. The reason for that is pretty simply just, how do I get over here? There's this huge-ass chamber I should be able to get access to. But yeah, anyways, so I go to the professor and tell him I'm withdrawing from the class. He's like, oh, but you're doing really well in the class. You're one of the best students I have. And I was like, sir, I have like a 50% in your class right now. How, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So just to go back a quick second, International Crisis, I got an overall 79%.
Damn.
Which again, when, you know, the bell curve is around 70, you know, rather than, you know, it's rare that people get, you know, 80s or higher. That's pretty fucking good. That said, this lecturer also, you know, typically only gave one proper form of assessment for his modules.
Oh, hey, that's me. What am I doing over there? Hey, me.
Yeah, what are you doing over there?
I don't know.
Yeah. Like, it became a running joke of every module you would get either an essay or an exam at the end of the module But then the mid module assessment would be a series of 3 multiple choice quizzes that you could confer with people on and just look at the readings.
That's just funny.
Yeah, and some fucking SWAT actually went to him and said, "You know, people are doing this, right?" And he went, "And?" So, like, he didn't give a shit.
Honestly,
He
mad
really
respect.
didn't, in that sense. I cannot blame him for only wanting to mark one fucking set of essays or exams.
Dude knew how he wanted to work the system.
Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah.
Oh, that's ominous.
Yeah, that's not great. That's not great. Yeah, I legitimately miss being in
Oh,
university.
that's horrifying.
That's not great. Hi, Nosk. How you doing?
Yeah. Oh, I hate that. Nope. Bad vibe. Bad touch.
But yeah, basically the thing I was getting at before we went on a rant about academia, which is, I mean, understandable because all of us have been in academia, is that the general consensus from the people who were studying, were trying to basically be genre fiction writers in an academic setting, was that it seems to be the consensus, and it's a stupid consensus in the academic community, that genre fiction is just lesser. When, in fact, I think it's the opposite.
I mean, you're correct.
But, like, you get what I mean when I say that,
Yeah.
that you have to actually try with genre.
I mean, I will.
Or with
Yeah,
genre fiction.
I mean, I will say, thankfully, I didn't have to worry about that when I did my masters. But they were fine with me doing, what would be considered a genre fiction book. There, even if I did get the occasional piece of honestly quite stupid advice.
Oh, spill the tea. What sort of stupid advice?
There was one lecturer in particular, and I'm not going to name him, in part because I think it would be harsh, and in part because I genuinely don't think I remember his name anymore. But because I'm pretty sure I had 2 lecturers with the same first name, and I don't remember which one it was that said this. But he said something like, "Oh, you need to add more fantasy elements to your world here." So, like, I think this was based on my first chapter. In my first chapter, I have the protagonist using a mobile phone, people arriving in cars, and mention of, cops. And he's like, why are they not town guards instead of cops, or and stuff like that? And I'm just like, because this is urban fantasy, it's an urban setting. Cops exist.
This is you are illustrating my point perfectly.
Why can't I have cops? Why do they have to use some sort of magic device to communicate instead of just, using a phone?
So,
but yeah, now
I do
understand exactly what I mean, because these people are so, like, obsessed with the concept of, like, reading between the lines, or like literary fiction, that they don't seem to understand that there's just...
Yeah. So, yeah, I basically went, sure, I'll do that, and then didn't change anything, because, yeah, I'm sorry, I think it's stupid.
Because it is. Like,
Yeah. Like,
that is such a shallow reading.
yeah.
The people, and that's yeah, that is what I was trying to say before my rage brain took over. Is they claim genre fiction is this shallower form of work, when in fact, what they claim has depth is not depth, it is the illusion of depth. But it's all like their definition of depth is it's there. Or like it's not text.
Yeah.
That's not how that works. Depth means that there's more there than what's just written, whereas like subtext is still text. Which I understand is a wild thing for me to say specifically, but like,
Yeah.
I'm allowed to be a hypocrite. I know what I am.
As long as you're honest about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that does bring me to something else. Like, I do kind of get the whole showcase fantasy elements if you're going to be doing fantasy, but like, there can be a slow build up to it. You do not have to automatically just toss the reader in the fucking deep end. Like, you can if you want. You can do like a big old prologue or a in medias res type thing where you showcase fantasy elements before actually diving into the meat of the story. But like, it is entirely author preference.
Yeah.
Like, I'm planning on doing like the prologue approach to, for one of my stories, and that's just like, I feel like that works. I am, you know, kind of cribbing from Sanderson in that regard, but that's, there are worse people to crib from, honestly.
Yeah.
Now, I have some thoughts on that statement, but I will keep them to myself for now.
Fuzzy, can you genuinely tell me that there are not authors worse than Sanderson?
No, I'm mostly joking, but it's just
You just gotta be you gotta throw in your hater 2 cents. Huh?
I do have to like you like haters do gotta hate.
Just like gators got a gate and potatoes got a potato. Yes.
But yeah, I was gonna. I've lost my train of thought now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just you don't actually have to think, and with literary fiction, and that is probably a reductive oversimplification. But do you know what else is a reductive oversimplification?
Literally everything.
How academics treat genre fiction.
Yep. Don't have to tell me
So,
twice.
I'm allowed, is what I'm saying.
No, you're fuzzy.
Okay,
What I
Dad.
will say is, it is quite funny that this started based on, I think, a misunderstanding of what I was criticizing in the first place, which is that academics use too many big fucking words.
I mean, it's still true.
I mean, it is still true. It absolutely is still true. But like, and this is something that I suffered through. I would say more in my master's than in my undergrad.
Mm-hmm.
Undergrad wasn't as bad, but I also probably didn't read as. I probably did less reading, like as a percentage in my undergrad than I did my master's, because it was a lot easier in my undergrad to just sort of read the introduction and conclusion and just be able to know what they were saying.
Mm-hmm. Look, you can
The
half-ass it
amount
and no
of
one will
times-
begrudge you.
The
No one
amount of
cared.
times that I did that, and there was one particular class where the lecturer got really frustrated that nobody had apparently done the reading.
On the
And,
one hand,
like,
I get it, but
praised me and a couple of friends of mine for doing the reading, unlike everybody else, and I'm just sat there just going, I only did the intro and conclusion. The only reason I'm able to answer his questions is because I've got it up on my phone in front of me, and I'm just, scrolling through until I reach the part he's talking about.
He doesn't need to know that.
What
No.
surprises me is that there are people who don't do that?
Apparently not. I mean, put it this way, certainly my first year, I was in a group chat. We got put into, effectively classes, for one module to basically sort of introduce us to the university, to the course, and, what we would be expected to do sort of thing. And, we made a group chat, and, I'm sat there watching,
That was a bad idea.
watching these messages come up of people who, hours before the fucking assignments are due, are going, oh yeah, I haven't started yet, but it'll be fine, right? Meanwhile, maybe I'm not finished yet, but I've been, working for quite some time on it, and I'm just like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
It reminds me of how I treated my my essays in college. Like, we all procrastinated on our essays. Literally, fucking everybody in my grade did. But I was the one who procrastinated until the day before and just finished it by 10 p.m. or so. Meanwhile, several of my my dorm mates and classmates were jamming on it through the night and finishing up at 5 a.m. It's like, ha ha ha. See, that is a skill issue right there.
I mean, to be fair, that's what I ended up doing final year. Every essay that I did, bar my dissertation, because it would be fucking insane to have done that for my dissertation.
Mm-hmm.
But every other essay, I basically was just pulling an all-nighter the night before.
Yeah, see, that is extremely unhealthy, honestly.
Oh, it was awful, and especially what fucking what was that? Post-colonial Africa.
Oh,
my
God.
essay for post-colonial Africa. My strategy there was doing it the night before, and if I started to lose focus, I would take a quick break to. And this is gonna. This is bad. This is really bad. Microwave some bacon, eat it, and then keep going.
Oh, God.
Because I didn't have a grill.
Oh, God.
And I didn't want to fry it.
So, fun thing for you there, Mill. I did also have to do an essay on on basically imperialism in Africa and Asia during a whole ass course on Vietnam and the general imperial period. I did that in fucking high school. That was what my high school made us do.
I mean, to be fair, as much as that sounds bad, I went through an entire 10-pack of rashers of bacon during that essay.
Jesus Christ.
I did get a really good grade for it.
That's neat.
Yes, but was it worth the arterial clogs?
Yes, it was.
Well, you have to understand, sometimes academic success just is worth it.
I see. So,
just quickly before you start your point, Fuzzy. My title for that essay was, "To what extent was Renamo the puppet of white minority interests in Southern Africa?"
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing the answer is a lot.
Let's see. No, actually.
Huh. The more you know.
Also, I'm about to do some gladiator shit, so y'all want to watch that?
Actually, sorry, I missed where my fucking conclusion was. Despite the strong beliefs at the time, it seemed clear that the issue of Renamo being a white minority interest puppet is far more complicated than a yes or no answer. While Rhodesia certainly had a strong hold over the actions of Renamo at first, it did not have any influence over its ideas, and as Rhodesia began to crumble, its influence over Renamo waned as well.
Fucking Rhodesia.
All of this indicates that while white minority interests did hold some influence over Renamo, to a much greater extent, Renamo was not a puppet of white minority interests in Southern Africa. So, yes and no.
Honestly, I don't think we hate Cecil Rhodes enough.
We do not.
See, this is where we differ, because y'all are, like, factual history people. In my case, I was more... okay. You guys did seem to have done a lot of discrete history. In my case, it was a lot more of the sociological theory behind a lot of the historical events. If that makes sense.
I'm gonna be brutally honest. I wasn't, kind of still am not that interested in social history, and avoided it whenever I could. The modules where I got my worst grades were in the social history modules.
Well, no. I don't even mean, like, social history in that sense. I mean, like, we learned not about the events, but about, like, about what sociology was happening during the time of those events.
Right.
But yeah, I
Also, just while we're on the subject of my university days, I had an exam for one module where the NWA's "Fuck the Police" was a source.
Hell yeah. Speak truth to power, man.
Because it was.
I don't think we're allowed to say that anymore. That's become something of a dog whistle, in case you weren't aware.
How? When?
Like the phrase "speak truth to power" has kind of been co-opted by.
Oh, that. I thought you said you were talking about fuck the police.
No, I was talking about no. That's just the truth. Speak truth to power has been co-opted by those people, and I'm sure you know who those people are.
But,
yeah, the QAnon conspiracy fucks, amongst others.
But yes, the module was the American age, and so it was a bunch of. We basically had to analyze two sources ranging from the very start of settlement in America to effectively the modern day with "Fuck the Police." And you don't want to know what the worst part is. I spent the entire run-up to the exam, while revising for it in the library. I had, people from that module come up to me and go, "Oh, what sources do you think are going to be on the exam?" I was like, "Oh, I'm not sure, but I'm definitely sure that "Fuck the Police" isn't going to be on there. There's no way they're going to have that as a sword." And then it was, and I felt some glares at my back.
Oh no. Oh no. Ah! Fucking hate those things.
Yeah, that was also the module where we had to do posters, and my group did it on Japanese internment in World War II America.
Oh no.
And we got introduced to the most racist-looking man I think I've ever seen.
Oh.
Search up General DeWitt.
Oh no.
When you look at him, you'll just go, "Yeah, I'm not surprised he was a racist."
Oh, I'm vaguely familiar with DeWitt.
It's honestly hilarious just seeing him and just going, "Yeah, he was a racist. That's not surprising at all."
Oh, I hate this part.
So, I mean, if we're gonna go with my nightmare, in terms of, like, the stuff I actually cared about, I was not a fan of the only creative writing class I ever took, and it kind of soured me on the concept, because I think this is... Do you know what's the worst part of this is? It was in grade 12. There's a creative writing course in grade 12 in high school, right? So
What age is that? For those
Like
of us
17 or
not in the know.
18.
That's
Okay.
how it is in America, in the U.S. as well.
It's the immediate year before university.
Okay.
And so the reason I always remember that, and I think the thing that makes it sting just a little bit more, is that my teacher for that course was not a snob, nor was he sort of obsessed over like the quote unquote literary fiction sort of deal.
Yeah.
The problem is more that he just didn't seem to be sure how to offer proper feedback for fantasy, which is what I wrote.
Yeah.
Because it very
Fantasy
much
does
seemed
have
like,
its own kind of things.
yes.
But
And so he just didn't really know how to deal with me properly in the sense of like, oh, okay. So what you should do to make this better is it was always very vague and very little of it was like immediately actionable. And that I think really soured me on it. And also what soured me is that a story that I was quite happy with and proud of got like a 60, whereas a story that I found kind of dull, written by someone I knew, got like an A plus and was like agreed upon as one of the best in the business. And I'm just like, oh, huh. I guess this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just like
No, I get it. I absolutely get it.
it's to the point where I almost wonder if it would have been better if he'd been actively like a dick about it. The answer is probably no, but like you understand why I had that thought because it's like
yeah.
at least if you were a dick about it, I could just like
write you
be
off.
mad.
Yeah.
But because he did seem to be trying his best, it was just not his field, I guess.
And again, that's you know, that was the good thing about my my masters is there were a variety of lecturers, you know, who focused on a variety of genres, and so you were able to get the you know, a lecturer who was you know, more suited to your genre and more aware about it. Unfortunately, you know, I got the guy who was like, fantasy has to be fantastic in all aspects.
Real
so
sticker for more high fantasy stuff, then.
Yeah, that was a bit rough, but you know, it's just whatever.
It's funny how several subgenres have their own little bits of like beef.
I mean, that's sort of the issue, isn't it? Is that fantasy? I mean, I fucking wrote about this in at least one essay, if not 2 or 3. The fact that fantasy is such a huge fucking genre.
Woo!
That,
Money.
The urban fantasy is different from.
Well, that's the thing. Fantasy isn't even a genre. It's more a super genre.
Yeah.
It's an umbrella genre, as it were.
Yeah, because, like, fantasy doesn't mean a lot by itself. Like, the point of fantasy is that it is anything that's not real, and that is not a genre.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantasy is very broadly defined compared to most other genres. The only other one that's similar is like sci-fi, which is just weird stuff that isn't reality that involves science bullshit.
Here's another thing I'm gonna say that's a hot take, but it is something that I feel that you may agree with me on for a change.
Okay.
Sci-fi is just fantasy with a slightly different coat of paint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sci-fi is fantasy looking forwards in time rather than back.
Yeah, that's basically it the majority of the time.
Sci-fi is fantasy that pretends to be
Like,
grounded in reality.
That one I'm maybe
It shouldn't, well,
are on
okay.
a little
It
bit,
pretends
but,
that
like,
it is more scientific than fantastical.
yes,
Yeah.
no, I would agree with that. That's,
When it's not. It is just fantasy with another coat of paint. The only exception is extremely hard sci-fi.
Like
And
Asimov and shit, yeah.
no, Asimov is not even close, my dude. No, I
I'm sorry,
mean,
I'm not super familiar with sci-fi, if I'm being brutally honest.
uh, but yeah, so sci-fi, like, I just feel like the point of sci-fi a lot of the time is just, hey, this is definitely scientifically backed magic. This is definitely not magic. It's science. It's theoretically possible, even when it's really not. So, yeah.
It's very
So
funny
just going
how
back
many
to
people
my-
will be snobby about sci-fi versus fantasy as well.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. But yeah, going back to my undergrad degree for a second. So we were meant to do like a presentation on our dissertation. But my final year was fucking 2020, so yeah, that
Lovely.
sort of went by the wayside. Which I'm actually a little bit I'm quite sad about because I was really looking forward to doing it. But it was cancelled late enough that we did still get the schedule, which I do still have saved. And we were meant to do it in groups, based on time and room. And my God, my group was basically just fucking like people who they didn't know how to categorize chucked into one.
Very hodgepodge.
Oh,
Interesting.
speak on
Because-
that.
Because I'll read you the titles of the dissertations in my group. How did Britain view Japanese military interventions between the years 1870 and 1905? The main driving factors for Japan's expansion during the period 1868 to 1945 and the fears surrounding it. History and folklore in Japanese media. Treatment of shell shock between enlisted men and officers. And how significant was General B. McClellan in the result of the American Civil War?
So, like, half of those are Japan related, and, like, yeah, I don't know what to make of that. That is crazy.
Yeah. It would have been wild for me to give my, fucking anime and manga-based presentation, and then the next dude stand up and go, so, I'm going to be talking about shell shock.
Fucking whiplash right there, I swear.
Yeah.
Okay, but consider. Shell shock is probably what gave us Lord of the Rings. So they're not entirely. There's a pretty good chance that shell shock is also what gave us a lot of modern Japanese media. So they're not as unrelated as you think, but you gotta like work for
To
it a
be
little
fair,
bit.
I'm pretty sure Japanese fantasy was less influenced by Tolkien than
It's more
Western
influenced by
fiction.
D&D,
No, I meant like shell
actually.
shock in the sense of there's probably a lot of PTSD that went into early anime and manga and Japanese media.
Oh,
of
okay,
that
yeah, no,
period.
okay, yeah, that's fine. I mean,
Yeah.
barefoot again. I'm still not watching that because I don't need to watch people's faces melt.
Similar
which
reason
one?
why I'm not watching Grave of the
Barefoot again.
Fireflies ever.
Barefoot again, Grave of the Fireflies. Both movies that I'm fully just willing to take on faith that they are good.
I've heard people repeatedly say that Grave of the Fireflies is the best movie they never want to see again, and I just don't want to
Yeah.
see it at that point, honestly.
Yeah, no, I'm willing to take it on faith. I'll take it on faith.
I think that's one of the cases where none of y'all are gonna fight me on. That's masochism right there.
Well, bet yeah. I mean, I think it's necessary because there will be some people who are just don't, through either straight up ignorance or refusal to believe, how bad atomic bombs are, and then they will watch this and actually, figure it out. Me personally, I know how bad atomic bombs are. They fucking suck. I'm not gonna watch it.
There are
I
a
don't need to
handful.
watch a fucking movie about it.
Look, there are a handful of things that you can show a crazy person, like, to showcase, like, this is what the horror of nuclear war would be. And it's like, oh, now I am learned. But most reasonable people will be like, yeah, nuclear war bad. I understand.
I mean, to be fair, I'm saying that, but I did watch Chernobyl, even knowing, how bad radiation sickness is. So.
Oh, it is fucking gnarly.
Again, that sounds like a personal problem.
To be fair, I think it is a legitimately fantastic series.
Oh, I've
so
heard
well
the same.
acted and so well written. Yeah, I can confess to skipping through the depictions of the acute radiation sickness scenes because I don't need to see a person's cells decomposing in front of me.
It is kind of horrifying, yeah.
It's very horrifying. One of the guys from Chernobyl didn't have a face when he died.
Yeah, acute radiation poisoning is one of those horrifying ways to die you can.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no ifs and or buts about it.
See, this is a skill issue because I just would not touch that series with a 10-foot pole in general, so I don't even have to worry about skipping anything.
That's fair. That's fair. But
I was also gonna say, that's another interesting thing, and I think that's another reason I'm not as big on like live action stuff. We were talking about how like things being like super like well acted and things like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think any actor is ever really going to... Okay, I need to be very careful how I say this because it's an easily misunderstood take. I think that the majority of actors and the majority of series are not going to do a better job of conveying meaning and emotion to me than my own imagination will when I'm reading something.
Mm.
I fully accept that there are exceptions to this, but yeah, I basically am of the opinion that there is very little, like it's only like the best of the best that is actually going to make me feel and appreciate a work of fiction more if it's acted out than my own imagination.
That's fair.
Yep.
Which is also why I'm like okay with not having adaptations for anything, really.
Mm-hmm. Also, I have finally upgraded to the nail to the highest possible degree. It is now the pure nail.
Will that help with the path of pain?
No. It will do more damage, though.
What good is that if you still die? Yes,
No, I'm not gonna kill you, dude. Come on.
Aww.
You have life.
I was hoping you
Live
would.
your life. I'm not dick fuzzy.
Oh, I
Besides,
was
already
talking
did
about
all my-
myself, not the... I wasn't talking about the cute bug. I was talking about myself. Yeah, I'm well aware that sometimes my takes are bad, but I still maintain that sometimes the takes seem worse than they are because I am not good at articulating them properly.
Yeah, fair.
Because, like, my first instinct was to say, actors don't really bring anything to a series, and that's just categorically wrong. Right? Like that's like it takes me a minute to figure out how to put my words together.
Yeah.
God, we have somehow not said anything about degenerate nonsense yet, and I'm quite frankly
You're
disappointed
jonesing for
in
it,
us.
huh? You're just champing at the bit.
But the problem, even, is that I don't know what to do. Like, say myself, if I had something to say on that, I would. But like, I just don't.
Okay, Fuzzy. I have one for you.
Ooh.
What do you
easy.
think is the appeal of some of the more extreme niche fetishes out there? Why do you think people like those?
Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
Pick a random example from all the ones that you know of.
Okay, gore.
Oh, yes. Those. Yeah.
Ugh. Yes, no, I do. Yes, we have this. Believe me, I know. It's probably a power thing, right?
I wouldn't be shocked if power played a part, but I don't know.
Power and control. Like what a lot of fetishes come down to is essentially it's a matter of power and or control.
That definitely plays into some of the other bad fetishes I can think of off the top of my head.
Now, do you know what's more interesting, in at least relevant to this conversation? One that I don't really understand why it possibly appeals to anyone.
What?
Scat.
Oh yeah, no, that
Right.
one. I find that one
Just-
just
that's-
it's viscerally
that's just-
disgusting.
That's just I am gonna go right now there and say that's probably not. That's just a disease at that point, I think.
Yeah, I do not understand why anyone would find that appealing. Like, legitimately. It is just, yeah, it's one of those things that's just, I viscerally react negatively to it. It's just, no.
Yes, because you have a functioning brain.
I
Well,
don't,
let's not go that far.
yeah.
Okay, fair.
Are you saying I don't have a brain, Mill?
I mean, both at the same time can be true, right?
That is true. I don't really have a functioning brain. No. I understand where Mill is coming from here.
Alright, Mr. Scarecrow.
Okay, how does fear toxin have anything to do with that?
No, Wizard of Oz.
Oh, see, I was being a different kind of nerd.
I mean, I like Batman
they're
as
both
well.
good.
Yeah.
They're both good, but like
That's not what I was going for with the reference. You know, because if I only had a brain, the song from Wizard of Oz.
No, I'm.
Am I the only one who didn't realize that Wizard of Oz had like quite a few sequels?
Oh, in the books? Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
mean
no.
the sequel? You mean the book about the trans lesbian socialist Queen of Oz?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I
base
wish I'd
Queen of
known that
Oz.
earlier. Why
Did you
couldn't we
actually-
have done? Why couldn't we have done those books in English lit? Right?
Seriously, though. Like, Chronicles of Narnia would have been honestly
No,
better
okay,
than
no,
what
no.
we got.
Chronicles of
I'm
Narnia
willing-
would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
Listen, I will meet. I am happy with Wizard of Oz. I would be happy with like
The Hobbit, for example.
The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings.
I think so.
I
I
draw
will
the
say.
line at Narnia.
So I'm gonna say this. I do get where someone might be coming from with a longer series being featured. If it's like the first installment, like with Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, that's one thing. But The Lord of the Rings is like one of those series that I think is just too long to cover unless it's in a dedicated module. You know?
No. I was gonna say that's not like I have a very specific reason for not being into. Well, what's it called? Chronicles of Narnia for lit, even aside from it being a longer series.
Oh?
It's like it's the whole thing at the end with like how.
Oh, yeah. Like the
Yeah.
final book. Yes. No, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that 100%. I agree with that, honestly.
I feel like that is not what we should be taking. Like that is not a lesson worth thinking of. And like I'm just gonna be straight up with you. I know, Lord of the Rings is also very Christian. I think
Less overtly so, I
yes,
think, than Narnia.
I think Narnia is just a little too on the nose.
Most of the overt Christianity in Tolkien's work is also confined to the Silmarillion, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, but like the Silmarillion is cool.
Yeah, the Silmarillion is metal as fuck.
Yes, no, again, I have read the Silmarillion. Is it quite dry at times? Yes. That doesn't mean it doesn't go hard in places.
Oh, it absolutely goes hard.
I've not read the Silmarillion, actually.
Nor have I. I've seen summaries and I've seen excerpts, but what I've seen, it goes fucking crazy hard.
I mean, here's the thing. The Silmarillion is like the Book of Genesis mixed with Norse mythology.
That sounds about right, yes.
And
Sounds
it is,
fairly interesting.
and both of those famously go far harder than they have any right to. So you can understand why the Silmarillion might be pretty, like... Again, the problem with the Silmarillion is the fact that it is written much more dryly.
Well, to be fair, wasn't it mostly just notes by Tolkien?
Yes.
Not actually intended to be published?
No, there was prose.
Okay, there was prose.
There was a decent bit of prose, actually. But it wasn't like... The prose was not the point of it. It was a textbook, essentially.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in general, Lord of the Rings was more as a history book than it was an outright, novel.
I know that's what, like, Tolkien liked to say. I kind of disagree with that. And my main reason for that is just that, like, history books don't have that much character. The perspective of history books just does not feature that much
I think it really depends on the history book.
Interaction.
But it kind of depends on the history book, honestly. I do want to say though, here's a question for y'all. Which fantasy books would you want to put on a curriculum for actual, like, learning literature versus for shits and or giggles?
So...
For the meme and all.
I'm gonna cheat and say something that could be both.
Oh?
Discworld.
Oh, yes. But which Discworld? Because you have to limit it to one book. That is the one caveat / rule.
Guards.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's completely fair.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
that's the one
you have both read Discworld, right? Like, you
No.
know what...
I have tried. The thing that really stops me repeatedly is the lack of chapter breaks.
Once again,
partially a me
skill
problem.
issue. Yeah, no, I think I do. I think, actually, you might be able to find versions that have sort of pseudo-chapter breaks. Like, it is very much worth it. And as Mil can attest, Guards is one of the best places to start.
Oh, I know that very well. I've seen that repeatedly mentioned. Dream boss, dream boss, dream boss. Fuck me up, fam. Let's go.
And you say you're not a masochist.
I'm not a masochist. I'm making a joke.
What, and I'm not?
I can't tell with you, Fuzzy, sometimes.
I mean, I think that's the autism on my
Probably.
end.
Look, not everyone can sarcasm as well as everyone else. I understand that. Eh. Oh boy.
I still think I'd put all three Lord of the Rings on and just let it take however long it takes.
No. There's a simple solution to that.
Just go with the whole explanation that Tolkien wanted it to be one book in the first place.
No. If, like, are we talking... Okay. Here's my question, though. Are we talking in terms of, like, what year level are we thinking of here?
I'm thinking, basically age, 16-ish.
Yeah, so high school, right?
Yeah, high school.
Do one a year, 16, 17, 18.
Okay, I think that's actually overkill. You don't need to split them up that much.
Or one a semester, then.
Well, you mean trimester?
No, you can, like, Oh, you know what you should do?
This
Do,
is why we just use terms rather than semesters or trimesters.
Halves is what I'm getting at. But do Fellowship and Two Towers, and then just don't do Return of the King. And there's a reason for this. Make them want to read it.
Interesting proposal.
Like, you... Basically what I'm saying is, like, literarily edge them a little bit.
I honestly think if we're going to do Middle Earth, The Hobbit is probably the best book to use.
No. That is objectively correct. I do genuinely think Hobbit is, like... If you're gonna do, like, school study, yes, Hobbit is the best. It's just, like, it would be funny if you made him work for it.
Yeah, I mean, Hobbit also has a really good, breakdown episodically that really works for digestion like that. Into, making a whole classroom unit around it.
It's also just, good.
Yeah, exactly. Two birds, one stone, right?
Now, see, I don't think we're allowed to get two birds stoned at once anymore, because,
But there's a whole instruction manual about how to kill a mockingbird, damn it.
God, how, the sad... Thinking about that book makes me sad, because I'm like... You know there's gotta be, a bunch of people who are like, but where's the mockingbirds? And,
oh, yeah.
Are we supposed to kill them or no?
I mean, I'm pretty sure... I haven't read the book, but I'm pretty sure the whole to kill a mockingbird thing is a turn of phrase.
No, I know. There's, Atticus does explain in detail. I'm just saying there's people who would probably be like, so, are we supposed to kill mockingbirds or what? I
know. Literary comprehension is in the fucking dirt right now.
Now, it was bad back then as well.
It was, but it's worse now. AI is literally melting people's brains.
Very true.
I thought we were... See, I didn't even make it depressing today.
Hey, going back to what we were talking about before, I would actually put Lord of the Rings 12 or 13. Age.
Hobbit, I think Hobbit at 12 or 13 is good.
Hobbit would honestly work at that age.
Because Lord of the Rings is a bit drier, even when attention spans are not cooked. that Lord of the Rings is a bit dry at times, and I think 12 and 13-year-olds just don't really.
Yeah.
I don't think they're ready for that yet.
Also, if the curriculum doesn't have it already, the Odyssey is perfect for any high school literary curriculum. Honestly,
It does need to be slightly abridged, though.
See, my high school did a whole abridged version of the Iliad, and one of the things that they abridged was removing the fucking chapter where Odysseus and Diomedes do the whole infiltration bits, which is one of my favorite bits in the original epic. Because it's fun.
I thought you were gonna talk about how I thought you were gonna say the abridged bit removed the gay.
Probably. I don't remember. I specifically remember it removing the infiltration mission, just because that was, like, a very annoying exclusion, in my opinion. So I'm trying to concentrate on this boss fight right now.
No, we get you. Actually, like, how long we been going?
About an hour and 3/4.
We might call it after I'm done with this boss fight.
Yeah, because it's been a bit. Because, like I said, it's been a bit of a day for me.
I get it. Yeah, I'll just do some, like, I'll finish this boss fight, get a few minor bits in. Bastard. Stop charging at me with your fucking sword. Well, I can't say you didn't, adhere to my request. Fuck. Bastard. I'm pretty sure I'm on the third phase right now. I can't tell because my minions keep denying me the ability to rest.
Buzzy, how do you feel about Fugroshis as a term for male yaoi fans?
You know what I'm about. I am still of the opinion that every fandom term like that should be gender neutral. Now, granted, I sort of understand in some cases where it's it requires, like, where there's cultural context. For example, Fujoshi, the reason it's called that is, like, yeah, there is cultural context there. But there are other cases where I very much think you can use it, and I think and okay, this is a whole thing, right? Because the term Fujoshi it's been sort of reclaimed, but I wonder how much of that is because most people don't quite know what the origin of the term is.
Oh, it's definitely a large part of that.
Because, like,
the derogatory nature of the original term, yeah.
The original. Basically, for those of you who are unaware, I'm pretty sure it means something along the lines of rotten woman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because the idea that someone might like the idea of two boys kissing is apparently rotten.
It is abhorrent.
Which is, you know, that's not deeply rooted in bigotry and homophobia. No,
Yeah.
why would it be? Yeah, so it's a thing. And I have never been much of a fan of the term.
I just found Fubroshi's fun.
It's a nice pun.
It's as far as things like that go, it is better. The reason I've been so wishy-washy on this, and it's a very stupid reason, but I'm sure you will appreciate it, I misheard you and thought you said Fugroshi.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, culturally speaking, that actually does reflect the original term. But like, it's still I was basically like, we as a society should move on from like that term. But I'm like, oh, you said Fubroshi. Carry
Yeah.
on then.
Hell yeah, beat the boss. Excellent.
All right. You want to call it then once you get to a
There's a
bench?
couple last bits of stuff I need to take care of, but yeah, we can call it shortly. This will let me finish upgrading the Dream Nails to the max.
Will that help you with the Path of Pain?
No. Nothing will help me with the Path of Pain. The Path of Pain is a horrible doomed endeavor.
Not
Designed by a
doomed.
monster.
Just gotta
Okay,
get
well, he's
good.
right on that one.
I mean, yes, it was designed by a madman.
I legitimately think the Path of Pain would take me hours longer than any stream we have done. Bar maybe
It's
some of
one
the
of those
longer
things-
anime streams.
It's one of those things that you kind of like.
It's a marathon session type thing, and
Yeah.
none of us are up for that right now.
It's one of those things where it would almost. I feel like you might want to do like more of a no commentary style, and basically just be like, "This is I'm here now, and you're just not talking, and you're just like doing it for the sake of doing it. The stream is just there for it to be there. You're not actually like streaming while doing it, if that makes sense."
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't know, this is just not the kind of stream I aspire to.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's just extremely difficult. Requires a lot of concentration, and yeah, it's really not conducive to streaming. Yeah, I gotta get this upgraded, and then I'm going to go visit the good old boss man, who is or not the boss man, you know, the guy who's in charge of the circus. Grim, that's what his name was. I'm not going to actually fight him again. I'm just going to set up so that I can fight him and start next stream. A worm that took the form of a king.
Yeah, as much as I'd like to stick around, I do think I'm gonna like head out. Unfortunately.
All right.
All right. See you, Fuzzy.
Yeah, this was nice. I do enjoy when and I'm sure you somewhat agree that sometimes it's just nice to be able to yap for a bit.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
But I will talk to you guys later.
Yep.
See you, Fuzzy.
See you, Fuzzy.
Bye bye.
Anything you want to talk about in the last few minutes of the stream?
I mean, I was just looking up to see if there was a person named for creating Path of Pain. Nobody's taking credit for that particular area, as far as I can tell.
Cowards.
But I did see somebody say you need to use pogoing a lot.
That makes sense. God.
And so it's good to have charms on that
Yep.
increase your nail length.
Long nail is the big one.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to talk about the Shonen Jump chapters real quick before we call it?
Yep.
Or,
I mean, we've got no more Blue Box to talk about, unfortunately. There was no One Piece this week.
and Kagurabachi's still on hiatus.
Kagurabachi's still on hiatus, so for the two of us, it's just Ichi and Shinobi Undercover.
And Spy Family, actually.
And Spy Family. That was a chapter for Spy Family. Which continues to be good, even if it's poor Lloyd.
Lloyd is suffering. Also, Anya might be confronting the final boss, which is crazy.
This is going to be real interesting.
It will be. We will find out a lot, I think, from this interaction, regardless of how it plays out.
Meanwhile, Ichi, we got the backstory of how Amadora was mind-whammied by Fujimine. We've got a new magic, Hakari.
Mm-hmm.
Who, funnily enough, introduced in a quite similar pose to Hakari from JJK.
With a similar personality, honestly.
Yeah. Looking forward to them, more of them. Then Shinobi Undercover, poor Yodaka.
Oh god.
Have to deal with the Aoi fan club that has sprouted up in the wake of this competition. Meanwhile, his mentor and Aoi's guardian are just watching this on the cameras with wine and cord.
Yes. Which is just so fucking hilarious.
Yeah. It's fantastic. It's so fucking funny.
You know, I'm going to take a crack at Grim. I'm going to die horribly, but I'm going to do it.
Alright.
But yeah, we can keep talking while I'm doing this. But yeah, the Shinobi Undercover chapter was very funny. Like, I just laughed my fucking ass off when he popped out the beer can.
Yeah.
Great addition to the cast, 100%.
Yeah, no, I think works really fucking well.
There's probably a new Aruma chapter out, but I haven't. If it is, I haven't read it yet.
That's a good point. I need to go back, and have a look at that.
Even running into him causes damage?
Wow, actually, no, they did manage to fucking end the Shinobi Undercover chapter without there being some ominous fucking thing in it.
Yep, that was quick. Okay.
So let me check on the Arim front just quickly.
That's something we will not be live reading this time.
No. Oh yeah, shit is fucked in Green Yuri.
Oh yeah.
Not up yet.
Interesting.
Certainly not on the site where I read. I don't know whether that's because of just translation is just coming out a bit late, or maybe there's another chapter this week.
I don't know. Oban's not for a few weeks, so
they still take a break sometimes.
I know. But yes, I think that is a good place to call it. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Hope you enjoyed. In terms of future stuff, Mill, please take it away.
Future stuff, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Saturday is the Summer 2026 anime premiere stream. A little bit late, but looking forward to it.
Got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yep. Otherwise, please do give us a follow and a subscribe hit on Twitch and all that YouTube stuff.
Like, subscribe, comment down below. Please press that bell icon, yo.
And otherwise, hopefully we will see you on Saturday to talk about some anime. Good night.
Later.